Hey everybody, welcome back to Sustainability Sunday. We are here at the site of the old bottom terminal for the Norway lift, which is a chairlift we removed in 2018. And something we've talked about in a few videos in the past is over the last 2 summers, we've been working diligently here on another restoration and stewardship project of our own, where we are attempting to bring this site back from its former condition of a chairlift terminal and attempting to return that to its natural state, which is this awesome wetland complex you see going up the hill behind me. So what we did here behind me, again, we were looking to recreate a wetland. So we had to remove a bunch of this material, work on regrading the area to get some natural pooling and flow of water to return some of that native hydrology. We also had to really lean into re-vegging the entire area with native plant species. You know, at first we essentially plucked as many healthy native plants out of the site as we could, stored them in a nearby area, and when we were done, we transplanted them all back and replaced them essentially right where we pulled them out of the ground from. After that, you know, we planted a number of nursery-grown willow saplings and small seedlings of things like wetland grasses and sedges, a number of really cool wetland wildflowers, and then on top of all of that, applied a wetland seed mix that we have locally sourced from a seed company down in the Front Range called Pawnee Buttes that has an awesome variety of local and native seeds for restoration projects just like this. We also, as part of the project, removed an old service road, 2 culverts that bridged a stream here and was significantly impacting the way that stream water flowed downhill. So by removing those culverts, we were able to recreate sort of more of a natural stream course. And then again, same as the wetland behind me, replanted all of those native plants, worked on some transplanting of willows, and continued to monitor the area to make sure all of those plants are coming back as expected. So yeah, it's been a little over a year since we did a lot of that initial work. We've been hard at it all summer, again, transplanting and reseeding. As you can see from some of the shots and from looking behind me, we're getting some great grass growing in this upland area. And then behind me over here in the wetland, there's some awesome water flowing and some yellow flowers are popping out. And we're really happy with the progress here at the Norway site. You know, again, this project was just one example of some of the ongoing and other conservation and stewardship efforts we've got here at the mountain. And again, it's one of our core 7 goals when it comes to our sustainability program. We've talked a lot about the Leatherway project over the last few years, but we've been able to return to that site now that the snow melted and essentially button up all of the restoration work there. So there's some great examples of successful revegetation around some of the tower footers up on the line. There's also been some really great progress at the bottom terminal of us putting back the edge of that wetland that we came very, very near in the construction process, but we're able to avoid intruding into whatsoever. Another really awesome tactic we have here with all of our ongoing projects, particularly our trail building efforts that we're all super, super excited about, is in construction of the Beavers Loop Trail as well as the climbing trail we're working on this summer. You know, our crews are hyper-focused on some of the small day-to-day activities they can do to really jumpstart those restoration efforts. One thing we do is we separate any topsoil when we do any digging so that we can replace that when the site is done. We also save, as we mentioned here in the wetland, big clumps of natural vegetation, you know, intact pieces of sod that we can put back right on the edge of the trail and essentially have the grass and the native plants ready to go when we're done with our work. So yeah, all those things really come together to create a very holistic and a well-rounded approach, I think, to our avoiding a lot of the impacts that we can up front, and then of course addressing and rehabilitating any of those impacts that we do inevitably make with some of these construction projects. So again, it's been a great summer working on a lot of this stuff, and it's been an awesome opportunity to talk to you folks a bit more about that 7th goal of ours. You know, we spend a lot of time in the winter talking about renewable energy and transportation and waste reduction, some of those other goals. So when the snow's gone and we can actually look around at the beautiful landscape we have, we figured it's a great opportunity to really lean into that. But all that's to say, we are very, very excited that we're just a few weeks away from winter. We will be firing up the snowmaking system here soon, and I will be psyched to be joining you again in a few weeks to talk about all the environmental implications of getting a ski area open for the season. So when it comes to that, we will see you again and have a great end of summer. Thanks, everybody.